5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Get Well Soon family.
Happy Sunday.
This is your host, Tyler Kidd.
And your co-host, Angelina Mesa.
And whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or you're watching us on YouTube, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the very first freaking episode of the Get Well Soon podcast. Are you the problem? Probably you are. I'm the problem right now because this is like insane. Like, this is actually insane. I'm sweating. It's hot in here.
Well, we have like 10,000 lights going.
I forgot what it feels like. My hands are sweaty and palmy. I'm nervous. But I like hearing myself talk, so this is great.
Oh, I don't.
Oh. Well, good thing you're not editing the YouTube videos then. This podcast episode is sponsored by Holistic Healing and Wellness. At New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness, they center around the focus of not only the person, but the things that affect them internally and externally. As an alternative to traditional therapy, these counselors will give you ways to maneuver through your lifestyle and the things that you go through that give you long-term effects. Like, they give you the sources to actually feel life, go through life, and handle it. And I personally have been going here for a couple of months. We love it here. And it has truly changed my life, and that's why I was so ecstatic to have them sponsor this podcast, to give us this beautiful little studio room. It's actually not little.
It's huge.
It is huge. Like, we could fit like a fucking
The cursing.
beep beep. Cut the mic. Before we get into the deep stuff, we're gonna go through our little segment called Patient Files, where we read about each other or if we have a guest on. And since there's only two of us, little podcast besties, we're gonna be reading each other's files.
Switching.
Okay. Top secret file. Not so secret anymore. We have our co-host, Angelina. How do you say your last name? Mesa?
Yes.
Okay. I almost said Misa. We have...
It's okay. She called me Angela the other day.
I introduced her to my counselor as Angela and like literally had no second thoughts, and we're walking out and she was like, who the is Angela? And I was like, I don't know, who's Angela? She was like, that's literally how you introduced me to him. And I was like, and I almost didn't introduce my photographer either because I couldn't remember what her full name was either.
Let's just say she has been very nervous the last few weeks.
Oh
I'm
my
very
God.
stressed out.
I've been very stressed and nervous, but this is going to come together so well. But I don't remember anything, so that's why we have patient reports. We have Angelina Mesa, and we have for personality and characteristics, very motivated and outgoing and loving. Love that. That's why she's on the Get Well Soon podcast. Age 23, but soon to be 24. You'll be 24 when this podcast episode comes out.
Yes, I
Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I don't like getting old.
No.
Okay, but it's fine.
We're not going to talk about that.
No. And in your career, you are a nursing student and a mama because motherhood is a full-time job. So
Yes.
It is definitely a part of your career. And when asked what her biggest dream is, it was to become a nurse and to be a good mom influencer to other young moms and mothers in general. Very sweet. Yeah. Angelina is an influencer as well. We're her little followers on Mom Talk. Additional patient notes. Not only do I want to be an amazing nurse, I want to help others in other ways, which hopefully I will be able to show you guys sooner than later. We have deadlines.
Deadlines.
We have things that need to get done by a certain time. And that is the Get Well Soon patient report on Angelina Mesa, your co-host.
Now we get to do our host.
This should say top secret.
Top secret.
Aren't they cute?
They are cute.
We're going to get cuter ones, though.
Yes, we are.
This is a work in progress. Please, bear with us.
Tyler has been putting this together for probably years.
Yeah, like a really
and then she threw it at me like a month ago that she wants me to be her co-host, and I was like,
we were having like a conversation after the gym, and like obviously this isn't tea. I had a co-host before this, and it wasn't working out. And like, that's no hate or anything, all love with that, but it just wasn't aligning up the way that I needed it to for this podcast. Mm-hmm. And we were talking after the gym. I originally had asked you to be my co-host from the very, very beginning. And then it didn't work out because you were working on your podcast and it was a lot to do. And then when we were leaving the gym, it was like freaking 6:30 in the morning.
I know.
Cracked out on like an after pump. And you were like, what if I was your co-host? And I was like, I mean, yeah, like that's what I wanted. Like this, like
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning, because at this point I was just like, okay, I'll just do it by myself. Thank freaking God I'm not by myself.
She would
right
not
now.
be able to.
No, this would be canceled. This wouldn't come out. Like this would not be happening right now if I was by myself. I'd be like shitting bricks. There's gonna be cursing in this podcast. I can't even pretend that I don't curse. But yeah, so that is the backstory on how your little co-host is here.
Yep.
All right, patient file report of myself.
Okay, so our host is Tyler Kidd. She is a lover girl and humorous, open-minded, and genuine. That is all very true.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. She's 24. She's a part-time server, a business owner.
We should have took speech classes before.
And an influencer. Her biggest dream is my $1 million idea is a secret for now, but I want to use my own experiences to help influence other lives on a global level, which is very true. And I can't wait for you guys.
I'm trying to be Mrs. Worldwide. Like, yeah. Pitbull has competition. He has competition. I'm coming for his title. I am. So, Pitbull, if you see this. She
definitely is, too.
If you see this, Pitbull? Yeah, I'm looking at you, highlight camera. If you see this, Pitbull, I'm coming for your job. I know you're on tour. We can battle it out on stage.
On stage?
Yeah, like, have the crowd, like, cheer for her the loudest. And then cheer for him.
And then start singing.
She just lost me there, you guys. There will be no singing.
Yeah, no.
On any public level. The shower?
Yes.
But no.
And then Tyler said, as much as I loved social media, I am so grateful for thousands of friends. I'm going to take my career beyond social media, which you already started. Yeah. I mean, you're a business owner.
I am, but stay tuned.
I know.
We're talking stores.
Yes, stores. It just keeps going.
It's not going to stop until I'm in the casket. Follow, hit that like button. Oh my God, I forgot the YouTube stuff. Follow, hit that like button if you guys have put up with us so far through this intro. And we love you. Oh, and also, like, comment.
Yes,
like,
comment.
Just you can comment whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, you could drop a hate comment, and I promise we're gonna giggle. Don't do that though. But like, we'll take anything. All publicity is good publicity. Okay.
Okay. Well,
back to Ange. Okay, mom talk.
34,000 followers. Woo!
Yeah. No, literally, T. I love that for you.
I know.
It's only the beginning too. It's like, I remember when I hit 30,000 and I was like, what is this? And then you just keep going and it's like,
I grew so quick within the last 4 weeks. It was crazy.
It blew up. She went viral.
Yeah.
We'll get to that though.
Yeah.
There's some things to discuss there.
All right. And then you are a lifestyle and beauty influencer with over 100,000 followers.
And I love every single one of you. I literally, with consent, would kiss every single one of you on the lips. Mwah. Love you.
Do you feel as though we have different perspectives on social media?
I mean, I can tell you my perspective and then you can tell me like how you feel about it. I think that social media could be such an amazing place. I mean, if you think about all the like memes and stuff you send to your friends, like laughter and stuff like that, or things that you wouldn't hear about in other countries or cultures that you do from TikTok and it's in a positive way, you're able to, for instance, like you said, you have 34,000 followers. I have 100, I think I have almost 107,000 followers now. Because of social media, I'm able to talk to if I talk to every single follower, 107,000 followers.
It stopped.
Because
recording.
On the right side?
Yeah.
All right, I'll do this spiel. Hold on. Cut the mic. But yeah, so I think like in terms of that, social media, I think it's very easy though to focus more on negative things than it is positive. And there is a lot of negativity on social media, but I'm going to say, we said the podcast title is Are You the Problem?
Yeah.
Social media being a bad place is literally because of us. Like, not necessarily you or not necessarily me, because I don't use it for like hateful things or stuff like that. But social media is a problem because we allow it to be a problem, because we enable it to be a problem. For instance, when I get hate comments, like I don't entertain it.
No.
And guess what? They don't get it. And also, if you guys didn't know, on TikTok, there's a feature you can block words. I have blocked out almost every hateful word. And so it sends me like a little review and I delete it.
Yeah.
I don't even read your comment. Your energy wasted. Literally wasted. But no, I do. I think social media is a really great place for connecting and networking and things like that. I absolutely love it. I just wish that more people used it for better things than what they do.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think that reflects a lot on the person and how they use it. Like if you use social media negatively, like there's a inner problem. You have something else going on either in your life or you personally.
They just like to bring down others to make themselves feel better.
Yeah. And speaking about that, hold on. I want to look at the view count. So Angelina had a video recently, this blow up video. Freaking loved it. It was so funny. Go for 5.1 million views when I just checked last night. So who knows? Because it just keeps going up. Your follower count keeps going up. Love that. And there's like 2,000 comments. And there's people who are like, thank you for posting this. Like this really felt relatable. There's so many people. Do you want to say what the TikTok was?
So I saw this girl post a TikTok. She was also a young mom. And she posted it like living in her parents' basement with her son, I believe. So I was like, you know what? This is like so relatable. Let me post something about this too. But I kind of changed the caption a little and said like young mom living in her parents' basement with her baby daddy and saving to like save up for like pay off debt or something like that.
Yeah.
While in nursing school. It was something, I forget the
If you're
title.
watching on YouTube, I'm going to run the clip on in the middle of us, but God.
So then I got just like a lot of love comments.
Because it was relatable.
Yes, it was very relatable for some because obviously in this economy, it is so expensive.
And we're over it. We're over it. Like, how are we supposed to live? We can't.
No.
So now we're in Mama's basement. And it's okay.
It's okay.
It's a beautiful basement.
It is. Like, my mom, if it wasn't for her, I really don't know where I would be. I appreciate her more than anything. And now being a mom, I would do the same exact things for my kids that my mom's doing. And my heart breaks for people that don't have
because there was people in the comments
like that.
saying that, like, that they're struggling and that they wish they had something like this.
Yeah.
Because aside from those comments, like uplifting and relatable comments, you got a good amount of hate comments. Coming at living in a basement, coming at calling Sean.
My boyfriend, baby daddy, Sean.
Yeah, okay, I was like, are we dropping? Yeah, okay.
His name's Sean.
She says baby daddy. I think it's so silly cute. Like, she's like, my baby daddy. Like, but they're literally together.
It's a joke.
It's like, a term. It's a label, first of all, and that is going to be a whole other episode because wait till I tell you guys about freaking labels. But it was like everybody had a problem with it. Yeah. That it was disrespectful. I jumped in the comments at one point. I know. And I started arguing. Not arguing. I call it debating. But
it's a funny inside joke between me and him.
Yeah.
So that's why I said baby daddy.
He doesn't like care about it, but he was looking at them because there were
a lot and
some like hate comments too. I didn't see those because I stopped scrolling because
I was hiding them because I was like, I don't want this on my feed.
Because why would you?
I have changed a lot throughout the years, and I am trying to be more positive. That's why therapy helps me a lot with that, being more positive in life.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it was so wrong because this is just me shouting out my boyfriend. He is such a hardworking person. He wakes up at 5 a.m. He goes to work. When I have school and if I have clinical, I'm not home till 4 o'clock. He'll literally get home from work, watch the baby. Yeah. Like, he does everything. He picks up side jobs. Like, he is so hardworking. And my mom it's not like my mom doesn't want us living there. She's like, oh, you're living here and you're saving up so you can be successful and not be in debt and can afford a future home. And now as a mother, that is what parents should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, I still live at home with my mom and my brothers, and it's like, if I was like, you can't even afford the bare minimum anymore. Like,
you go to Chick-fil-A, a kid's meal is like $8. I'm like
I went to Taco Bell, so I'm a Taco Bell girly, taco trash. Why is my meal $12? Yeah. Like, Taco Bell, do you know who you are? Do you remember your roots? Because I don't think you do.
Obviously.
The only person that's really sticking us through is McDonald's, but that's not good for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my dog.
Oh my God, I love their French fries and a cheeseburger with a Sprite. Yeah, so like that's how I feel about. So I feel like we feel the same about social media, which is good because when we work together on social media, we both do it. I think in terms of the type of content and interactions we get, it could be different because, like you said, you're like a mom, and momhood is very criticized.
Yes.
Versus like I'm talking about like lifestyle things and like beauty and products and stuff like that. But Get Well Soon actually originates from hate comments, because when I used to get hate comments, I still do sometimes. I just pretend they don't exist.
Yeah.
I, instead of like debating back and forth, because either there's two things that are going to happen when you leave a hate comment on my page. I'm either one, going to make a joke out of it. I'm going to make a joke, not a joke out of you, but you are a joke for commenting that. So I'm going to make this funny. Or I simply used to say, I hope you get well soon, because like I always say, everything's a projection, and it's about what people say to you usually is more so about themselves than it actually even is about you. And so I used to always say, like, I hope you get well soon. And I would mean it. Like, I hope you do get well, because you leaving this comment on my page is actually ridiculous. And when I was thinking of a name for the brand before the podcast, I was like, oh my God, like the messaging behind it. Because Get Well Soon's all about giving people networking and sources to feel good about themselves physically and mentally, using our life experiences to help others, older and younger, going through similar things that relate to what we're talking about. And I was like, oh my God, Get Well Soon. That's so perfect. Can't trademark it though. Didn't know that. But I did LLC it, or whatever that's called. We're still learning. I don't really know what I'm doing, but we're just doing it.
You're the business owner now.
Barely. Just kidding. I'm a good business owner.
You are.
I used to say I'm in my Kim K era, but we're scratching that. I'm in my Taylor Swift era.
Oh, goodness. Here we go. Swiftie.
Just had to have that in episode 1, just so we know, just so you guys know, like, who you're talking to. Big Swiftie. I did have a surprise plan, because this episode's coming out on Cinco de Mayo, but I couldn't find the sombreros, so insert sombreros. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I wanted to ask you real quick, do you know what Cinco de Mayo is, like, why we celebrate it?
Margaritas and tacos.
Canceled. I didn't know either. I had to Google it last night because I was thinking about that, and I was like, wait, what? Like, I know Cinco de Mayo stands for May 5th, but I was like, what is...
It's a Mexican
they want,
right?
They won a war. They, like, won, like, a battle.
Yes.
It was, like, during a war, and, like, I'm all for freedom. Fuck the oppression. So, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
And if you didn't know what Cinco de Mayo was celebrated, like, why it was celebrated, now you do, just like we did.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys all have a great margarita. And if you celebrate it on Saturday and you're listening on Sunday with a hangover, I hope this is, like, an amazing thing for you. Go stop at Burlington Nutrition, get a hangover tea. They're amazing. Yeah, so no surprise, sorry. So we're going to do a little Would You Rather segment before kind of getting into, like, little deeper stuff. But today's episode is just like a nice little flow. We have episodes to get real deep. We have tissues on standby, but I don't think we'll need tissues today.
No.
Next episode.
Stop. And I will. Wait, you're quiet. Her face, Roger. Zoom in. Roger.
God.
Angelina's going to be a mess on next episode. But, so we're going to be doing Would You Rather, where we're each given, you guys know how Would You Rather worked. Would you like to start?
Yeah. All right. Would you rather have a larger audience that doesn't support you, but you make a bigger income, or a smaller audience that does support you with all the love, but you have a smaller income?
100% going to take the second one. 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
First of all, I always say this in everything that I do, and any business that works with me knows this, because I really don't charge people things. Like, I just like helping.
Yeah.
It's not about the money for me. The money is a bonus, though. Yeah. Love you, TikTok. I am so grateful for that. Obviously, you love it. You want to make an income off of what you're doing. Yeah. But to have, like, a bunch of fake support, to be surrounded by fake love, to be rich.
Negativity.
No, thank you.
No.
I'd rather be poor in my mom's basement for the rest of my life. That's not going to happen. But, like, no, thank you.
Yeah, no way. I couldn't. I take things to heart way too well, so...
And you put your heart in things.
Yeah,
so,
and
like,
I put my heart in things, so if I had, like, all this negativity around me, it would literally, like, slowly...
Like a fake fan base. Like, I feel like a lot of celebrities, musicians, and artists and stuff have a really, fake fan base where you're not really fans. You're actually just a massive group of haters.
Yeah.
That have accumulated over, like, the fame and stuff like that.
And I feel for those celebrities because I could not imagine
Like, that's
reading
not,
that
yeah,
daily.
that's not, and you mentioned putting your love into something. Why, like, you don't want to put your love in something that hates you.
Yeah, no.
So, that was a good would you rather. You ready for mine?
Yeah.
Because mine's a little tricky. Would you rather have absolutely zero self-awareness or be so overly self-aware?
What the hell? Probably so overly self-aware.
I am already, I think, so overly self-aware. So that's like what mine was. But I do think that there's people who do choose and would choose to have absolutely zero, like, accountability and awareness.
Yeah.
Like, that ignorance is bliss, but, like, tenfold.
Yeah, I agree.
But no, I don't.
I
would rather be aware of like my actions and the way that I affect people and stuff like that than to not be.
I feel like in high school I just didn't give a shit.
I had zero self-awareness. Zero. But that's what we call growth. And allowing people to grow too.
Yeah.
Like, you talked about high school.
Yeah.
Fix myself. You talked about high school. I was a miserable bitch. Like, yeah. And I've turned my entire life around, and I'm really happy about that. But there is, people who will still look at me like I'm the same girl from high school, and valid, that is kind of validated, but I'm not. And that only happened because of accountability and awareness. But there's people I know that have absolutely none, and it's because it makes their life easier. It makes it easier to ignore things in life. It makes it easier to treat people like shit, which is absolutely not okay. I don't know in what way anybody, whatever. There's some people, though, that have so much self-awareness but still choose to have none, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, be so aware of what you're doing, the wrong and all that, and then continuing to do it. I'm not really sure what that issue would be, what causes that issue, but
we're not the therapist here.
Matt, get in here. No, he could probably tell us.
I know.
You might be a narcissist. Yeah. We'll save that for another episode.
Yeah.
There's a lot to talk about. There's going to be a lot of topics. You guys are going to love this podcast. I also think, though, on social media, there is a lack of accountability and awareness while we're talking about social media and stuff like that, where people, I said this in the Leo Skeppy video that I made about the whole situation, that people demand things and they want so much from other people, but then don't look at themselves and look at what they're offering. Like, how are you going to ask for a feast if you don't bring nothing to the table? Like, don't show up. Yeah, that was crazy. I don't know where feast came from. But like, or you demand for somebody to do something and then they do it and then you shit on them still. And it's like, that's the same thing in off of social media, like, where people are like, oh, you're a bitch, whatever, and then you stop being a bitch, you grow up and you're an adult, and then people are like, no, actually, either you're boring now, or like, what happened to her, or you're still a bitch.
You're still a bitch.
Well, then what were you asking for? Because now I'm not. Now I'm exactly what you asked. I'm a good person now. So what else do you want from me? Because nobody knows what they actually want.
No.
Like,
they just always want something to complain about.
Instead of being aware about themselves and stuff, they're overly aware about other people. And that's a big problem too. Because I promise you, like, I don't want to say mentally healthy people, because that's not like what I'm trying to say, but like people who are genuinely happy and like happy with themselves and their lives. I promise you, as one of those people, I do not pay attention to other people unless it's like it's personal. Like, I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care what you do. As long as you're a good person, fucking rock on. Like, I don't care at all. We've talked about that. Like, I don't care what you're doing with your life as long as you're a good person. Agreed. Because my life, there's so much going on and there's so many things that I pay attention to that I can't even fathom having to pay attention to another person. And maybe that's why I'm single. But I just can't. I'm sorry.
Well, you want 6 kids, so
yeah, I do. I know. I gotta like.
You better get on the.
I'm a ring size 6.5. No traditional rings. I'll take all bachelors. Just kidding.
Should you be the next bachelorette?
No, I could never do that. That's too many men. How do I?
You would like have a stroke.
I would literally say I need like 49 of you to leave right now. Like, I couldn't do that. I'm not a male entertainer. Not anymore. Y'all can go pay for your entertainment. Okay, so every week on every episode, we're going to have a segment where we do anonymous submissions or where we do like Twitter story time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Down, if you're watching on YouTube, down in the description, we'll have a link for you to submit your story times, your chit chats, questions and answers, like completely anonymous. So secret's safe with you, secret's safe with us. And then also, if you're listening on any Apple, Spotify, any broadcasting platforms, it'll always be linked in our social medias and everything like that. So send stuff in, you guys. We want to hear from you. Like, send us your deepest, darkest secrets, please.
It's all anonymous.
I love juicy tea.
I know. Me
All
too.
right, so I'll go first.
Okay.
So it says, all right, y'all, SOS. So I moved to a new state last month. Since then, I've had a lot of time to think and reflect and involve myself in what I want. Accountability and awareness. My best friend back home, in quotes, is just no longer a match to me energetically. Every conversation we have feels forced. We just FaceTime for the first time in a month, and it was so uncomfortable. Like, she didn't ask me how my life was going in my new state. I didn't ask her anything about her life. I didn't ask because there's always drama in her life, and I'm just tired of hearing about it. I know it's time to cut ties, and I've made my peace with that. ... The tricky part is that she's coming to visit me next month and would be staying with me for a week. I don't want to tell her not to come because I don't think she feels the same way about outgrowing each other, and I don't want to hurt her feelings, but I really don't know what to do. Help, please. So to summarize, she has looked at her life. She's fact-checked her life, and somebody no longer fits, which happens.
It happens.
All
We
the
all
time.
grow up.
All the time. There's just certain friends, it's not even hateful, I love you, we no longer align in life. Like,
I agree.
and she is saying that this girl is always in drama. When you get to a certain age, if you're doing a big move, like how she's going to a new state, whatever, you don't want to drag. Nobody wants drama.
Yeah, no.
Nobody healthy in the mind wants drama. But the thing is that she wants to cut ties, but the girl's coming to stay with her for a week. So, like, what do you do?
Well,
Would you have a conversation with the girl and tell her, this is how I feel about our friendship, and I no longer, like, honestly, I feel like if you have, like, an honest conversation with somebody about no longer wanting to be their friend,
Yeah.
I don't think that she would want to come anyway.
yeah, no.
Or do you, like,
Let her come and maybe see how it is in person.
but then what if you're stuck with
Yeah.
somebody for a week?
I would lose my mind if I was in that situation, but I really think I would have a conversation with her over the phone prior to her actually.
And definitely over
flying.
the phone.
Yeah.
Do not text.
No
I feel like
texting.
I feel like, especially if you're really good friends, have
Yeah,
a phone
no.
call.
I don't like texting. Things come off wrong in texting.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
But I do, and I also think that if I was the other friend and I flew out somewhere to go see my friend and something happens and the conversation happens then,
Yeah.
I would be absolutely devastated. Like, why did I just spend my
I know.
money coming out here to see you and stuff like that? So I definitely think that when it comes to a time where you do want to kind of end a friendship, that you obviously do it in an adult, mature way. You do it in a little tip I learned in business school. For every mean thing or every negative or criticizing thing you say, you should say 3 good things.
Oh,
So, like,
I like that.
So, like, starting off, like, I loved our friendship. I just feel like, it doesn't align.
We grow apart, and that's okay.
I feel like that girl that posted it is going to let her come and let her fly out. Should I comment and be like, update us?
Yeah, I want to know update.
Oh, she's arguing in the comments with people. So, what do you got?
So, this is extremely long.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it or you want me to kind of sum it up?
I would like, can you read it and skim it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I kind of did this friends of social media influencers, quote unquote.
Oh.
Is what it's titled. It's on Reddit. So one of my best friends fell real hard into Instagram, and for a few years it was very
Tolerable?
Yep.
Okay.
And understandable, but also annoying and strange. Everything needed to be documented in a specific way, so lots of photos, even if it took away from the moment. But the strange part was how, when she shared things, the captions always took a slightly different story than what actually happened. I don't like that already.
Yeah.
Just off enough for me and my other friends to say, huh, that was weird. Fast forward a couple of years, she got engaged. I was in the bridal party, and it was an absolute nightmare. It was all demands for expensive trips, expensive parties and all kind of things that were above and beyond that means the means of her closest friends. And all of the demands were because she had a following and had certain expectations to meet. Fast forward a little, I'm just going to skip ahead.
I just would like to say one thing, though. If she's like this big time Instagram influencer in general that wants things to be a certain way, why are you demanding people who don't have that same income and career to do that as well?
I agree.
Okay.
So pretty much she lost two of her best friends, myself and the maid of honor. Didn't even attend the wedding after all of her behavior and blow-ups. We barely spoken since. Also, she could have an Instagrammable wedding that would look good for a few photos, and she ended up sharing it. And true to be the weird, strange, rewritten reality ways she published a public apology, quotes, on her blog for her followers and family she completely rewrote what happened and painted herself as the victim.
Wait, wrote a
apology
statement.
Yeah.
Like government issued. Apology statement. That what is she apologizing for? That her maid of honor and another best friend backed out of her
wedding?
She was Godzilla on Instagram Godzilla.
But she played the victim and
so she didn't take accountability.
No.
So she was apologizing for her friends
and got her the sympathy points she was looking for.
So Instagram Bridezilla Instagram edition.
Yeah. Which is awful. I feel like if I ever made I am an influencer that had all these followings where I was making how some influencers, their income is crazy. I would, if I wanted a huge bachelorette party somewhere, I don't know, freaking Vegas, let me say. That's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm paying for that trip.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if it's to the point that your entire life revolves around it, you have to be making bank.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then I don't understand why your life revolves around it.
Yeah.
If it's not like a massive source of income. But to lose
your maid of honor and best friend.
The fact that there's two of them too is kind of crazy. And then it kind of shows her character that she put out. For instance, say I was getting married and I am actually not the problem. Say I'm not the problem. And I didn't think about if you need stuff. And say I'm not the problem or whatever. If people were to back out or whatever, I wouldn't go about it in a way of victimizing myself because I was already the victim. It's definitely giving like she's not the victim.
Yeah.
And we don't know these people. This is just a sub-read that we read on Reddit. But no, she sounds like the problem. And the thing about re-narrating how something happens for social media is actually sickening.
I am so straightforward. I literally don't care. I don't care what, first off, I look like I got punched in the face right now. So one, I don't care.
I want you guys to comment below if she looks like she's punched in the face because she doesn't.
My allergies.
And maybe if you guys tell her, she'll listen because she doesn't listen to her fucking boss.
No. Boss.
I'm not her boss. We're equal partners. Equal contributors. But no, I do. That's insane. And I think that's a really big thing on social media, and we see all the time people posting something or doing something, and then BTS gets posted, and it's like, oh, that's not what that looked like. That's not what that happened. And as a content creator and a influencer who literally I am where I am because of the fact that I've stuck with being authentic and genuine. I don't promote things that I don't use myself. I use myself as a guinea pig for every single thing that I promote. That gives me the reason to talk about it, to be able to stand on it. So just like when you see people doing that, it's kind of like you shouldn't have a platform.
No.
Like you're the type of person that doesn't deserve the platform, and then there's people out there that should.
Do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, you can look through my Instagram. I hardly promote anything.
Hate Instagram.
Not Instagram. TikTok.
I overshare.
Yeah, I overshare a lot. I definitely share a lot. I'm very open on social media. Ever since my daughter, I try not to overshare as much, just for her safety.
Privacy.
Yeah, her safety as well. But I will always be honest with my followers. Because why? What's the point of having this if you're not honest? And if you're not honest, then what are you ashamed of? Back to the theme of accountability and awareness. If you have problems in your life, consistent themed problems,
that means that you probably should look at yourself and you are the problem. And it's okay to be the problem if you take the steps to fix that. Like, they're obviously for me, my biggest, like, do I have a lisp? I'm tongue tied, so don't make fun of me, you guys. I really am.
I know.
I made a video about that too. But if, like I said, you're having the consistent themes, and, you know, I've had moments where I look at myself in a situation, maybe not at first, it could be months later, it could be whatever, and I'm like, damn, it was me. Like, I was the problem there. Like, I did this or whatever, and then I spend the rest of my life making sure that problem's not there anymore. Never happens. And so, yes, I was the problem, but I fixed it. Now, if you are aware that you are a problem, and
then you're trying to get, like, sympathy.
Well, that's a lack of awareness, and it's a lack of accountability. Kind of like when we got scammed from that social media bestie. She had zero accountability. And
that is a
story time. We should have did that story time for you guys here. We'll do it. We'll come up. But yeah, we got scammed, and then we were
in an article.
Multiple articles.
Multiple YouTube channels.
We were. Someone made a whole YouTube episode about us, and it went viral for her too. And the crazy thing is, we
followed her for so long too.
And we have so many receipts.
Yeah.
So many receipts. And then when I posted the TikTok video, and Ange too, social media managers came forward that she had copied them. So many people were like, oh my God, girls, we have the same exact audit. My Instagram DMs were getting flooded. And this girl, social media bestie, had zero accountability. She started crying on TikTok, and her block game was insane. If you commented what's going on or whatever, blocked. She was blocking everybody.
And then she was coming at moms.
She was she was being nasty, like, and stuff like that.
Why are you on this platform if you have kids or something?
No, she was like,
we'll find the comment and put it in on YouTube. But
it was like, as a mom of 3, like, what are you doing? Something like that. And it was like, okay, so you went to her profile, saw she's a mother, and then decided to degrade her. Like,
and then you made me an audit as a mother.
Crazy. Well, she didn't make you shit.
Well, yeah, copied and pasted it, changed the word.
Because me and her had the same exact audit.
Completely different.
Like, that's
another topic for another time.
Yeah, that would have been a really good topic for this podcast, though. Stay tuned. That is tea-filled.
Yes.
That is tea-filled. And when we make that episode, I'm going to name drop her.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, round 2. Since she didn't get accountability and awareness the first time, everything that I do comes from genuine intention. I might sound like sarcastic and like a little bit of an asshole, but like it is. I posted the video because I wanted nobody else to get scammed the way that we got scammed, because they were getting sold for hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
We got it on sale. It was originally
for like $80 though. We still spent almost $170 maybe. I think it was $70.
We just don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No, I did. I think I said. I think I told people that I got it on sale, but
we did get it on sale.
It was just the way that, like, for an example of somebody who has absolutely no accountability, and I wouldn't even say zero awareness, because I think she is very aware.
Oh,
that's one of those things.
But she wants to make herself look picture perfect and play the victim online.
And that's, and like, you know what? I would say karma handles all.
Yeah.
I don't wish it be bad karma, but I hope that she does have a life experience that makes her stop doing that to people.
Yeah.
Because clearly, me making a video going for, I think, like 2-something million views, and then all the other people coming out didn't do it for her. She just blocked all of us and sent me an email like threatening to file for defamation of character. And I was like, girl, defamation is when you lie. Do you want me to post all the receipts? Like, I remember I was like, I'll forward you to my lawyer.
Yeah.
And then I posted all the receipts. And guess what wasn't defamation? Me. Well, I wasn't defamating. Is that a word? Defamating?
You're asking the wrong person.
Told you, speech classes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know medical terms. That's about it.
Yeah, our little nursing student. So if I ever on camera, you know, she's got me. If you do that though, you're out of luck.
Yeah, I figured.
I don't even think I know CPR is like the staying alive.
Okay, please just don't even touch me. Call 911.
Yeah, and damn. I don't
or maybe like if someo's in
like, help. No, that will be like the day that there's nobody here in the office.
Yeah,
it's just us.
My luck. It's okay though.
The Ange luck, the Angela luck. But we'll leave it on that to know that there is going to be some spicy tea coming soon. I'm so mad that we didn't think about that for this episode, but don't worry, it's coming. To wrap up this first podcast episode that we hope you guys have absolutely loved, we're going to do Peek and Pit. something that we're going to do at the end of every episode, something that my friend group and I like to do on random days, and I think it would be really cute. You know how Peak and Pit works?
Is it like your good and negative?
So
Kinda?
basically, like, you can either do it about your day, your week. This podcast episode, Peak is like your favorite moment, and then
Yeah.
Pit is like your least favorable moment. Like, just like, I could have lived without that happening.
Yeah.
I already know my Pit.
Okay, well, go. You go first.
I dropped all of the LED lights leaving this morning, and all of the lenses and everything popped out, and I thought that I broke it, and then,
I'm sorry, I'm not laughing.
oh my god, wait, that didn't sound like you. I thought somebody was behind me. Just got so
My
scared.
mic was far.
I just got so scared. I was like, who is that? And then when I picked up the big ring light where
Yeah.
you guys are at right now, it bopped me so hard in the head that I literally wanted to smack it back down on the ground, but I just put the lenses back in. It was like one of those like sensory overload type of moments.
Yeah.
That was my Pit of the day.
Your peak.
My peak was this filming this today.
know.
Oh, also my hair has not been hairing, and I finally got a product. No frizz. Curls are curling. They're defined. They're not frizzy. They're not dry. And when I say I've been looking, I have been looking. If any brands are listening into this, I want to send me some hair products. I would gladly take it. Although so far only like Aunt Jenny's or something. That's what I got at Walmart for $7. Not even the expense. It's never the expensive stuff.
It's always the
cheap
cheaper.
stuff. But that was my peak this episode, and my hair
Well, I like that.
and the sign looking good. There's a
Yeah,
lot of peaks
yeah.
today. There's a lot. It's a good
Okay,
day.
so I think we have the same peaks because, first of all, this podcast finally starting up. I mean, I know it's taken you like
Forever,
years.
but it took us even with you coming
Yeah.
on. It's been a good like month and a half.
Yeah.
I feel like of us being together every day and just going over everything and going over
Yeah.
everything and like getting all the stuff down and things like that.
Also, my other peak is I freaking passed semester 1 of nursing school. 3 more to go.
Ooh, she's gonna knock him out the park.
Yes. And then my Pit, my freaking dog, my puppy.
Oh, what'd she do?
She ate cat food and then threw it up all over my mother's white couch.
Ew.
And so it's currently in the washer.
The couch?
Yeah, the cover to the couch because
Oh,
my
it's a cover.
mother is away right now. So she's
So you had to do that before you came here today?
yes, I was freaking out.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. So that's my Pit. Other than that, life's been pretty well.
Pretty good. And life's just only gonna get better.
Yeah. Okay, so our next episode is on Mother's Day, May 11th or the 12th.
Don't ask me the date of anything.
At 11 a.m. And that's going to be an emotional episode for me.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little special, but we're gonna talk that real shit. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real honest, not like towards you, but about what we're talking
No, be
about. Like,
honest.
well, that's what this whole podcast is about. Is about being so raw and authentic, but coming from a good place.
Yeah.
But the topic for next week, like, I think a lot of you need to hear it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you need to hear it, and then it's really personal for you.
Yeah.
So tissues on deck.
Have them.
Yeah. And I forget my outro, everybody. Oh my God, my battery's blinking. You have to hurry up. If you want to keep up with us and the Get Well Soon podcast, behind the scene clips, segment clips, you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. All of our social medias will always be linked together under our beacons, where you can just check us out. Check out our personal social media accounts.
Yeah.
Don't go to my Instagram though, because I literally hate Instagram. But follow me on TikTok. We love it there, and Angelina as well on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah.
Everything's just always going to be linked. Resources for if you want to come to New Jersey Holistic Healing and Wellness. Highly recommend, like I said, and just like all of our content and the ride.
Yeah.
Because we have some exciting things coming.
Oh,
Some
I'm
exciting
so excited.
guests.
Yeah.
Some exciting podcast traveling. We're going to be taking you guys, I told you guys, worldwide. So stay tuned. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.